Hi everyone, happy Independence Day, and today I'll teach Power BI. So just few days back I posted a poll saying whether I should teach you Power BI because recently I have used Power BI in very minimal way and I found it very useful to create multiple charts report in very short period of time and it looks amazing. So period to Power BI I normally use pivot table in Excel which is pretty complex and time consuming, but Power BI you can create a beautiful dashboard in very minimal second within 30 minutes or 1 hour. You can create a dashboard and you can create a ppt out of it. You can export it to pdf, you can share it with your manager or supervisor. From the boarding excel the transition would be great. And the problem is like if you see the power bi courses are pretty lengthy, like 2 hours, 10 hours, 5 hours. So there are a lot of features though, but I will try to make it short and try to bring power bi desktop as short as possible so that you can create a beautiful Power BI desktop, reports out of it. And so just quickly, let me go through the data once. So the data point that I will be considering. So Power BI has a capability to take data almost every source, no matter it's a Oracle, it's a SQL, it's a web database, web data, or it's a Excel, CSV, or it's a flat file. Everywhere it can be I'll show you those things like data point. You can access the data point. So for this example I will take this data, so it is available over internet. I will give a link so that you can also download this data and try to do the same whatever I did. And this is the sales data basically, where you see order date, order id, customer name, city, country, state, regions, segment, shipping mode. So basically it's a company provided data where they are sending their customer, or they are some organization, so certain stationary item, and they are sending through a courier service. So this data, and also like we have a cost and sales and how much profit they made, and how much quantity they sell. So that is the total amount of data. And if you share this data to someone, they will be bored, right? But what if you share this data by this, if you see the power bi dashboard out of it, it looks pretty amazing, right? The total sale you can see 1.3 million, and the cost that is 1.640 k, and the profit that they made is 627k. And if they just wanted to minimize the timeline, it is pretty much interactive. You can see it is interacting and it is getting reduced. And for time being I put this is called basically slider. And if I put I put a map basically. So if you just wanted to click here, you can see the region wise sales and their figure. I also given a small table where you can see all the details by scrolling down. And if you just need to see individual customer, you can click here, and you can just click here to go to that specific customer. And you can also see the central, north, south region wise cell. And just a second. Yes, you click any outside of it and you can see the total figure. And this is one chart that I have pasted here. You can see the order id throughout the year. And there is one more chart here is some of the sales and profit. So you can see from which subcategory the minimum sale has done. So this is the beautiful dashboard that we can prepare very quickly. I will show you, you be there with me. I'll try to do the same in front of you, and do not need to learn Power BI very rigorously. Once you get your hands dirty, then you can understand Power BI. So I will quickly just give me a second. So I'll quickly go here. And Power BI is free, so you can download the free Power BI desktop version from here. Directly download, click next, and it will be downloaded. And Power BI also has a cloud service. So this app.powerbi.com, once you have done your Power BI file, you can upload it in workspace and you can share it with your clients. So that is one option. You can, though it's you can physically share the file, but over the cloud they have multiple available option. So the great option I found is like to share the file, and one more option they have, you can create a ppt out of your Power BI. So that is not available in desktop, but there is one problem: you need to use your official email id in order to get access to Power BI cloud portal, which is app.powerbi.com. That part I will not show because I am not able to access my office account from here. I'll just show the Power BI desktop. I believe that will be sufficient for you. And the targeted audience might be the people don't know Power BI. For them it will be exciting thing. So let us quickly open Power BI. So here it is installed, so I'll open one more instance. And you do not need to log in. You just create, just cancel it, and this is the blank page, nothing is there. So what you can do, you can first load the data. So you need to go to get data, and here you should go to more. You can click select Excel data or Power BI data flow. Lot of source are there. Just go to more and see the list of data source which are supported. It's a kind of a endless. So I just need to get data from Excel, so I'll select this one, and I have my data inside my Power BI. This is Excel one, and that's it. The data will be loaded in a second. Okay, so here basically a navigator is showing, because you may have multiple sheets. So for this use case, I'll only one sheet, so I'll choose only one. But if you have multiple sheet, you can select multiple, or you can either select one as per your need. And transform data means if you need to delete something, or if you need to rename something, or if you explicitly tell that this is my fast trader, then you can create click transform data. But here the data is good, so we'll just create load, just load the data. So once the data gets loaded, it will take some time. There are error, I believe. Okay, just a second, let me see the error. Okay, I believe I need to save the data. I'll just reload the data, or I will reload. Let me reload the data. Excel, Power BI desktop. Yeah, the data gets loaded, fine. So the first one, I think I can delete. Okay, so I can delete this, can delete this as well. Okay, now fine. So queries, right? So I'll just quickly close it. And so yeah, close and apply, fine. The data is applied now. So this is our dashboard, and as of now we can see it is blank, right? So only the data part is loaded here. And if you have multiple sheets, you can see the relationship, or you can create a relationship from here. But for us, we have only one sheet, so data is all automatically loaded here, and you need to create our dashboard. So first I will show you the visualization. So these are the multiple types of visualization. So I'll use a card for first time, right? So I if I just you need to click card. So you have added a card, so that item that you are showing here is basically nothing but card. So where you can show any kind of sum or any kind of total, that is very useful in the initial. So I'll just quickly create a card. And if you see the data, automatically that all the columns including the summation are coming here. So uh, these are the summation: total cost, total ID, profit, quantity, sales, and this is individual column. So for total sale, I need to just bring the sale in fields. So you see the fields, right? So this basically will refer to your the field that is supposed to be displayed here. So you just need to do that. So that's all done. So you can see the total sale is 1 million, right? And so let's assume you need to create two more cards to show cost and profit. So you just need to create Control C, Control V. So you just instead of creating one more, we can copy and paste it by using Control C and Control V, and it will create one more similar kind of tiles or card for us. But in this one, will show the cost basically. So just we need to delete this one, and we need to put cost here. Just drag and drop so you can see the total cost. Now as per our convenient, we need to minimize this little bit. Okay, slightly more left, and we'll also bring one more card, that is profit, right? So control C, control V, one more created, we'll place it here. I'm not sure whether they are properly aligned. Now it is aligned. Slightly misaligned, we'll align it later. Now for this one we need to click on profit, so just change drag and drop profit here. That's it. So our first three tiles or three cards are created, and we can now change the background. So you are in build visuals, you need to go to here format. So in format, this is a font basically. If you need, you can choose the format. Now here basically one important thing is display unit. So if you see, as of now we are in millions, but in India we usually use thousand, right? So change it to thousand, and you can see the total number change to thousand. You can choose other as well, and you can choose auto or none, whatever. So I'll put it auto for this one, and let us this is called call out value. And let us go to general. In visual we have something called general, and you see the tile height and width, position, padding is, what is the distance between this and this, text. And you need to go to advanced option. You need to go to slightly down effects. In effect you can change the color. So see, the color has changed and we got a blue color. Now if you want to change this color, you need to go to there, general, and then background color, and you can probably put this color quickly. My bad, have changed something else. Just give me a second. Effects, color, this color, right? And here also we'll change the color. So effects, and then we'll give slightly different color. So three we have given, and I will slightly move it. So as of now we are fine with, I believe, the card visual. Then we'll work with chart visual. So take any of the chart. I will uh, take this chart, class chart column. So you need to just click. So you can see the, I mean, just let me do a control Z, again control Z. Okay. So I need to click outside, and then you need to click chart. So a new chart will be created. Let me paste, uh, position it here, and in the chart we need to assign x-axis value and y-axis value. So in this chart we'll show the sum of cells, some subcategory wise. So what we need to do basically is, in x-axis we need to place subcategory. So subcategory you can put it in x-axis, and total sales, sum of sales, will put into y-axis, right? So you can see, if I make it slightly larger, you can see uh, what all items has showed during, the sum of soul of each item basically. So small thing we can display it. And the good part is, so suppose you have created this chart and you want to change it to some other chart, so just select this chart and change it to uh, uh, a different kind of a pie chart, right? So just click on the chart that you want to create out of it. It will be automatically changed. See, it is getting changed. You need not to do anything. So for time being, we'll keep this chart here, and I will also keep a pie chart. So I'll click outside, and we'll uh, just a second. I need to click it here. So let us put the pie chart over here. Now in pie chart, what I want to display is region wise cells. So in pie chart, the first option is legend. So there is no xy concept basically. Legend is this small section or part is called legend. So in legend we need to put the region basically. So you just put the region in the legend, and your sales, or let's assume not sale, for the quantity, let me put the quantity out over here. Okay, so region wise quantity, you can see like how much product are sold in a specific region, so that is showing here. Okay, and one more chart I will put, so alignment and all I'll do it later. Just a second, I need to click outside in order to. Okay, here I put a Q&A, just delete it, okay, for time being. Okay, I think Q&A is selected. Just a second. Now uh, I'll put one more line chart here. Let me put a line chart. Okay, so this one is a line chart. Okay, so I put a line chart. In line chart, what I going to put? I will going to put the order date versus I will put here order ID. So we can see like how many orders are basically sold, but I'm not concerned about the date and month. Let it be in year and quarter, so the chart will looks like slightly better. And order, and also I will add, we have a secondary axis, but secondary axis x-axis will be have one more parameter added, so it will be more complicated. But let us use this legend to show the shipping mode as well. Okay, so if you put the shipping mode in the legend, you can see like in 2017 how many orders are shipped through economy courier, how many are shipped through economy plus, and how many are shipped through the priority plus. So those data you can, it will here it will be displayed. Now looks like good. And then I'll put outside, just a second, again it is QNS is getting selected. I'll select a table. So table is selected, and what data you wanted to see should display, just you need to select those data. Okay, so here in table you have columns, so you just need to drag and drop the column name. The first one would be my customer name, and then I would possibly put the sum of sale for each customer, and then I'll also put the profit possibly, or again I'll put the cost, and I'll put profit and which city from there. Okay, so this is a small, okay, so it is going right side anyway. So this is the one basically. And if you need to so okay, for time being, if you need to make the visually appealing, so you need to go to visual, you can go to general, go to effect, change the background if you wish. So I'll change it to sorry, I have selected this one, but let me select this one. Then I'll go to the general, effects, background, and change it to a different background. I mean, or even I will change this to this one. Okay, so this looks more appealing. And you can also change the color of each row, and also you need to just click on that particular table and go to visual, and you can explore this uh, like colors, rows. You can see like all the rows are now we have a slight blue marks, right? So that you can definitely look through. Okay, fine. So we are now have these three. Now I will put a map. So map is pretty helpful, so just click here and put a map here. Okay, so one more point is, if map will take, this is a big map basically, it will take a while to load. Okay, and for this map we'll only use country. So if you just select this one, I can put the country as a location. uh, and what else I can put? I can possibly put sum of cells. So bubble size, so in bubble I'll put the sum of sales. Okay, so how much sales we made for a specific location. Okay, so Europe, yes. QN still, QN is coming here, so we'll select it. Now you can see, right, it is interactive and it is getting less. We are clicking a specific area, and then you will able to see the data. Okay, now one point, even if you place this what to say, like this map, so if the map is not coming, you need to go to file. So by default, map is disabled, and you need to go to option and setting, and you need to go to option, and from here you can enable it. So the security, and you need to click it here. So by default it will be unchecked, so you need to check, and then the map will come. So we have also have the map. Now we only left out with our like that slider, right? So we'll have a slider from here. So if you see, we have Power BI slider somewhere. We need to just check. This is the one card. Okay, so here we have Azure Map, Gaze, Card, Multicard, or Visual. Yeah, this is the slicer. Okay, sorry, my bad. I need to just click it. Okay, okay, sorry. To Control Z, I need to click outside. Then I need to click the slicer. Yep, it is showing, right? So here we want this one, right? And in slicer, I will what I want to do. I want to add the shipping mode. So I'll click side slicer and we'll add the shipping mode. Okay. So I can, okay, one more thing, it is not looking good. So I'll just to make it look good, I'll go here and I go to settings. I'll just select the drop down. Okay. Now it is showing drop down. And if you want to check economy and priority plus, you can see the data. I mean, economy, you can see the data, right? If you see economy plus, you can see the data. And I think multi-select option will be there somehow in the setting that you need to check. Now we need to put one more slicer for date and time. Okay, so we'll put it one more. Yes, one more I'll put, and I'll put it here maybe, and we will select it as a order date. So here I'll put a order date, and order date I will put not order ID. I'll put a date, order date, this one. So this one you can see order date I put, and then just one more, if you can now reduce, the data will be reduced. And then the last one is, if I need, I will put a Q&A is a good option. Like it is like, you can ask Power BI to query. I just make it bigger. So yeah, that is pretty much I have done within few seconds, I mean few minutes. And if you just want to share this one with someone, you can just do a control save. Okay, and desktop you will have Power BI, and this PBIX file it will be created, right? So I'll give it cloud dashboard, and I can share this file with anybody. So people has Power BI or Power BI service online, they will be able to open this file, and you need not to share the Excel file. So the data will be automatically come here. Okay, one good thing is, suppose if there are changes in the data source, suppose let's assume there is a change in data source, and let's assume, like we have how many data, we have 4087, right? So let's assume there are a lot of data gets updated or deleted. Okay, I'll delete some data first. Okay, just I'll delete the data, I'll show you. Okay, let's assume the data has got deleted. Control S, I saved it, and I'll just close it. Now in the Power BI desktop, just a second. Okay, I'm not able to open now. uh, okay, now the data is still same. So what I need to do basically, to in order to refresh the data basically, so you need to there's option of refresh, so you need to just click here. You can see the updated data, the data got changed. So it's a one click refresh only. You can click it here and you can refresh. And then you need, if you need to save as or import as export as PPT, that you can also do. So it will create a PPT and PDF, but the problem is it is not interactive. Okay, so it is not interactive. So but you can see, like, this beautiful dashboard. And for PPT, PPT and otherwise, you need to publish it to your Power BI app portal, and then you can share it with your friends. So as of now, that's all from my side. I hope you liked it, and you can also do a trial and error and can create a beautiful dashboard. And usually there are multiple, uh, I would say, templates are freely available over internet. You can look through any of the template as a sample and can just simply edit the template as per own convenient. So in Power BI, not creating or creativity or nothing, no code is required. Only the thing is you need to know the business. So what your customer or your managers are actually want to look, whether they want to sell, cost and profit, and whether they will be happy to see those data. Based on that, you need to create this desktop. Just let me know how this tutorial looks like, and then I'll create some more tutorials on possibly on SQL and some other topic. Thank you.